Hello and welcome to this UCAT preparation advice video. Today we're going to be talking about the situational judgment section, specifically safety and quality questions. So safety and quality can be seen as similar to risk avoidance in the sense that through avoiding risks, you're helping to guarantee patient safety. But the two are a little bit different. And if you can familiarize yourself with both areas, then you're going to stand in good stead for the UCAT situational judgment section. In this video, we're going to think about what the core components of safety and quality are, how to be responsible for each domain, and then we're going to put all of that into practice with an example question. When it comes to safety and quality, you should recognize these following things as being important. The first of these is understanding risks to patient safety. So that involves being ready to respond to risks when it's appropriate to do so, also understanding how to recognize risks, and understanding when others might be better qualified to deal with risks than you are in a particular situation. You also need to respond promptly when safety is threatened, and protect and promote the health of patients and the public. So the latter of those means that you should treat patients with respect, and you should help patients try to understand their conditions. And it means that you should respect patients' rights, both in terms of information and confidentiality. And lastly, you should be aware of your own health and the quality of the care that you're able to provide. So you should recognize when issues are getting in the way of you being able to provide high quality care, and you should take ownership for these. And remember to seek care from a GP or a pastoral figure as needed if you believe these to be an issue. Now that we've gone through all of that, let's go through a typical question on safety and quality together. So I've got the question down here in front of me, and I'll also pop it up on the screen next to me for you to see. So one of your fellow final year medical students, Tom, comes to you and asks to speak to you in confidence. You're doing your apprenticeship, which is after your finals, and that sees you take on the role of a junior doctor under very limited supervision. So Tom reveals that he's been having problems with recreational drugs and is frequently tired at work or even still under the impact of drugs. How appropriate is this response by you in this situation? Agree to Tom that you won't speak to anyone else about this so long as he seeks help for the problem from a therapist. Immediately in this situation, you should notice that there's a very real risk to patient safety here. And quality of care is being massively impacted by this student's decisions. He's actually responsible for patients at this point in his career. So bearing all of this in mind, you'd need to speak with him in private, explore the problem that he's having, and then make sure that he immediately and honestly approached a senior doctor about the issue. And if he didn't, then you would need to do so yourself as soon as possible. There can be no excuse for not bringing this sort of information to the attention of senior figures because patient safety is paramount. So in this situation, this answer would be seen as very inappropriate because it fails to deal with the issue. Remember, when it comes to these sorts of questions, you're generally going to want to speak to someone first before you act. So typically a very appropriate response is going to involve speaking to the person who's causing a safety issue and showing empathy first, rather than going straight to reporting them. And an appropriate but not ideal response may be immediately reporting them rather than speaking to them first and showing empathy, etc. In this video, we've talked about important things to bear in mind when it comes to safety and quality, and we've also gone through an example question together.